Thank you, Chair. And I look for a seconder.
Thank you, Councillor Stevenson. Councillor Karen Payne has seconded. Oh, do you wish to speak, Councillor Payne?
I'd like to reserve my right to speak, please, Chair.
Yes. Okay, members, we are now open to debate the motion. Councillor Dinsmore and Councillor West.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to begin my maiden speech with a few heartfelt thank yous. Thank you to the residents of Barleythorpe for putting their trust in me. Thank you to my predecessor, Hans Zollinger-Ball, for his work in the ward. Thank you to my ward mate, Councillor Cllr, and to the Chair, Councillor Brown, for their warm welcome to this council. And thank you to my Conservative colleagues and my wife Sarah for their support during an intense campaign, without whom I would not be addressing this chamber. I would like to address two aspects of the leadership in my speech. First, the legal limits on the executive powers currently being exercised, and secondly, what this motion is all about. As to the first, the leader's position is that the local government reorganisation is solely a matter of executive power. As a matter of law, that strikes me as a remarkable proposition, giving significant consequences of LGR to every aspect of life in Rutland, and the clear constraints on executive power in both the Constitution and in the local authorities' functions and responsibilities, England Regulations 2000. As the group leaders will be aware, yesterday I emailed the monitoring officer asking for full legal analysis and noted the following. In relation to the Constitution, there is nothing in Part 2, Article 2.5, which suggests that the leader of the Council has such extensive executive powers. By contrast, Part 2, Article 4.2a of the Constitution notes that the role of the full Council shall be adopting and changing the Constitution, at 4.2b, approving or adopting policy framework or the budget, and at 4.2i, changing the name of the area. It is difficult to see how LGR could not fall within these powers of the full Council. In any event, there can be no real doubt that this would be a key decision within Article 12.3, such that it may only be taken in accordance with Part 4, i.e. a vote in full Council. In relation to the 2000 regulations, I highlighted that Section 3 specifies those powers that are not within the executive's powers by reference to Schedule 1. I highlighted 32 areas of the schedule that are potentially not within the executive powers, including the running of elections, the division of this county, and the name of this county. It is important that we have urgent clarity on the legal position, and I look forward to hearing the full analysis in due course. At present, the leadership is proceeding on the basis solely of executive powers and denying this full council and the residents that it represents a vote on the future of Rutland. That takes me to the second aspect of this speech. What is at stake? This is a vote of no confidence because the leader appears determined to drive Rutland in with North Leicestershire and to do so without any vote in this chamber. I have spent the last 2 months on the doorsteps with residents of Barleythorpe. Time and again, the same question came up. What is going to happen to Rutland? Residents were clearly angry with the leader's approach and thus voted overwhelmingly for change. We in this party will not go quietly into the night. There is simply too much at stake for our residents and for our county. This is not a party political motion. This is not about positions. This is not about power. This is about giving the people of Rutland a proper consultation, a real choice, and a democratic vote. This will be one of the most important votes in local government in Rutland's recent history, and how you vote today will seal your fate at the next election. The decision tonight is binary. You either vote this evening to continue with the approach of the current leader, which is to drive Rutland in with North Leicestershire without proper consultation, without proper debate, and without a democratic vote, or you voted for change towards an open, free consultation, proper choice, and a vote for the people of Rutland. Indeed, insofar as there is any ambiguity as to the legal limits of the executive's power, the obvious course is to have a free vote, and I ask you this question: why is the leader refusing to have a vote? If you do not support this motion, it will be a matter for each and every one of you to explain to your residents why, when push came to shove, you voted to deny them their vote on the future of this sacred county. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Dinsmore. Councillor West and Councillor Waller.